In the absence of that which you are not, that which you are is not. Now, I kind of created this dot to explain it to myself, and I try to record a video to explain it to you. And I kind of want to redo it because I feel like I will explain it better now. Now, let's read that again. In the absence of that which you are not, that which you are is not. You cannot exist without the other. Your energy, let's imagine this space is the space of the universe, okay, and you are in it. That is you, the dot. Without the space, you cannot create you. Because if you're not there, this doesn't exist. If this surrounding area is not there, you cannot exist. And so there is the connection that by identifying the other, you identify the self, and vice versa. You identify the self, therefore you identify the other. In the absence of that which you are not, that which you are is not. So if there is the absence of what you are not, you cannot exist. Because without your surroundings, you cannot be formed. This is created because of this. And so this is on a very physical level. Obviously, when you talk about spirit and energy, it's a bit mixed, because instead of you and me, there is we in energy. But if you want to talk in the physical sense, there is you and there is me. Let's say I'm here somewhere. There is you, there is your friend, there is you, there is your lover, there is you, there is your family member. And so this is how you differ between people. The characteristics, the morals, the perspective, their views, their opinions, all of these which make you cannot exist in the case of the absence of the other. Without the other, there is no self. Without the self, there is no other. And that's why there's another quote that says, the more you know yourself, the better you understand others. And I'm not sure if I'm quoting that correctly, but it does explain it in that sense. If you want to get to know people better, get to know yourself better. And I think Einstein explained this in his relativity theory. I'm not sure if that is the theory I mean, but he basically explains the speed of light. And don't quote me on that, because this is like something that I've read once or twice, and it's way back in my mind. But he explains that without the existence of what we study and we look at, we cannot study and measure, because there is nothing to measure against. And so you cannot be measured, cannot be identified without the rest of the equation. So imagine like there is an equation, but we take this part away. So what does that make you? I guess you would be in an equation with no other. I don't know if that example explains it, but if you have an equation, you have to have like something else to measure it to, which is what I meant by mentioning Einstein relativity theory. But I'll have to check that after this. I'm not sure if that applies here. But this is what I mean. Without the other, there is no you. Without you, there is no other. The more you know yourself, the more you know the other. And so, who you are is based on your surroundings. And the mere perspective of who you are, or the perspectives that you could even have about yourself. And let's talk in a very 3D physical sense, okay? Because if you tap into your intuition, you tap into the spirit realm, you tap into the 5th dimension, this does not apply. But in the 3rd dimension, this applies. In this physical realm, this applies. Who you are is kind of like particles coming together to express you. And in that, it makes you very unique. But that uniqueness is also identified by the existence of the other uniqueness of the others, other people, other situations, other circumstances. These are the things that shape you and make you different. And in response to that, makes them different. So you see how this comes into the physical sense, because there is separation. It's the separation of the self and the other. Because there is you and me, and in spirituality there is we. Okay. But if you want to kind of understand who you are, which you are, there has to be the other. Because in the absence of that which you are not, you cannot exist. I hope that makes sense. If you have anything you want to share, any analogies to explain this as well, go ahead and share that.